Before the headlines, the talks sound better. The risk is still there. If it shifts security, energy, and legislation in United States/Iran, energy industry, transport companies, and consumers feel it first. Stay for what changes next, not just who yelled loudest. This is Should I Care? Facts first, consequences next. Now the useful detail. In United States/Iran, watch security, energy, and legislation. In United States/Iran, the story centers on U.S. and Iran dispute whether Tehran has agreed to nuclear inspections. Fact confidence 95 out of 100. The shared reporting points to Iran dispute whether Tehran agreed nuclear. The useful angle is how this pressure moves through security, energy, and legislation. A softer detail to watch. What the US and Iran agreed. Why care? Who is likely to be affected? Energy industry, transport companies, consumers, and government. Security headlines can reset the room quickly. Travel, energy, markets, and public patience all start watching the same clock. The catch is that the consequences are still developing, so the next update matters more than the loudest reaction.
Maya, you're up. Keep this one in view. A political fight with practical consequences. In global news, the story centers on Supreme Court rules against Rastafarian man over religious rights claim against prison officials. Fact confidence 95 out of 100. The shared reporting points to Supreme Court rules against Rastafarian religious. The useful angle is how this pressure moves through legislation, tech rules, and public trust. A softer detail to watch. Exxon can sue Cuba over property confiscated in 1960, Supreme Court rules. Why care? Who is likely to be affected? Government, regulated industries, voters, and public services. The practical effect is rules. What politicians, courts, or regulators do next can change the choices people actually have.
Jordan, you're up. Now to this one. The power fight is bigger than one decision. In global news, the story centers on federal court allows IC to expand expedited deportations nationwide. Fact confidence 95 out of 100. The shared reporting points to federal court allows expand deportations nationwide. The useful angle is how this pressure moves through legislation, tech rules, and public trust. A softer detail to watch. Trump administration can expand fast-track deportation process. U.S. appeals court rules. Why care?
Alex, you're up. Another signal worth watching. The vote is over. The pressure is not. In United States, the story centers on Trump administration can't block SNAP recipients in 5 states from buying soda and candy. Judge rules. Fact confidence 93 out of 100. The shared reporting points to SNAP. Judge rules. The useful angle is how this pressure moves through legislation, public trust, and tech rules. A softer detail to watch. Federal judge blocks Trump election plan in major legal blow to administration. Why care? This is where a headline can become paperwork, votes, lawsuits, or new limits that outlive the news cycle.
Maya, you're up. Next up, the science is moving faster than trust. In global news, the story centers on dementia risk linked to eating one type of food, research shows. Fact confidence 75 out of 100. The shared reporting points to linked. The useful angle is how this pressure moves through public trust, your wallet, and legislation. A softer detail to watch. Common vaccine linked to 24% lower dementia risk in major study. Why care? Who is likely to be affected? Medical providers, patients, and consumers. This lands in global news as a credibility test, and credibility is hard to refill once the tank is low.
Jordan, you're up. Also on the board, the missing detail may matter most. In global news, the story centers on James Webb Telescope detects galaxy-killing wind near the dawn of time. Fact confidence 85 out of 100. The shared reporting points to James Webb Telescope detects galaxy-killing. The useful angle is how this pressure moves through public trust, markets, and legislation. A softer detail to watch. Webb spots early galaxy with massive star-quenching winds. Why care? Who is likely to be affected? Institutions, businesses, and consumers. Trust is the quiet fuel in the machine. When it drops, people punish leaders, brands, and institutions faster than usual.
Alex, you're up. Now to this one, a medical update with real world friction. In global news, the story centers on 8 probiotic superfoods recommended by a nutritionist to support gut health. Fact confidence 65 out of 100. The shared reporting points to 8 probiotic superfoods recommended by a nutritionist to support gut health. The useful angle is how this pressure moves through public trust, your wallet, and legislation, a softer detail to watch. Bones communicate with the rest of the body to support overall health. Why care?
Maya, you're up. Keep this one in view. The missing detail may matter most. In global news, the story centers on popular pain supplement linked to faster Alzheimer's decline. Fact confidence 65 out of 100. The shared reporting points to popular pain supplement linked to faster Alzheimer's decline. The useful angle is how this pressure moves through public trust, markets, and legislation, a softer detail to watch. Magnesium recall. FDA announces popular supplements removal. Why care?
That is enough chaos for one cup. Subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.